And this was a little movie called The Harvest. It doesn't really turn into a horror movie for a long time, but the very last act is kind of a horror movie. It got my attention because it was directed by John McNaughton. Does that name sound familiar to you?
Yeah, but I'm not sure why. What has he done?
He directed Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. And he also directed Wild Things, which was that Neve Campbell, Denise Richards. Was it Denise Richards? I think was in that movie.
Yeah, and Kevin Bacon.
That's why you know that. That's why you know John McNaughton, because of those women, I'm sure.
Well, that's a good reason. But also Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, everyone should watch once just to never have to watch it again.
Oh, we'll do it on the podcast. I'll reintroduce it to you.
Oh, my gosh. That movie scarred me for life. So, yeah.
Anyway, this one stars some really great people. It has Samantha Morton, who is forever going to be typecast as a villain in my book because she played Alpha on The Walking Dead. But it also stars Michael Shannon, and I think you remember me talking to you about him playing George Jones in the George and Tammy miniseries.
Well, and I like him in everything I see him. He's really good.
He is, and he actually does a lot of genre stuff, just stuff I haven't seen yet. It's like stuff that's on my list.
Yep.
And then it stars Natasha Calis and Charlie Tahan, who is another big familiar face to me. I knew him from Ozark, but he was also in that movie I've mentioned several times on here called Super Dark Times. And then it also stars Peter Fonda. So there's a lot of good people in this.
Yeah.
Synopsis is: a physician who keeps her dying son completely secluded becomes unhinged when she learns that her new neighbor has secretly befriended the boys. So there's this girl a few houses. Well, their houses are not close together, but they're probably next door. And she starts coming over and coming in the boy's window and hanging out with him because he's sickly and can't really leave his bedroom. And the mother doesn't like that at all.
Okay. Probably not.
It only gets a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. I would say that's pretty close to being accurate because there are some plausibility issues with this movie. However, the acting is very strong, so I would recommend it. Give it a view. So that's what I did in my genre week.
Michael Shannon, I remember him because he was the bad guy in Shape of Water.
Yes, he was.
And he was in the other one I remembered him from was he's another bad guy. He makes a good bad guy. He's in Man of Steel. He's Zod.
Oh, I haven't seen that in so long. I cannot remember the name of this movie. I want to say it's apocalyptic, and I haven't seen it. But he did like a sci-fi movie with Jessica Chastain as well. He did George and Tammy with her, but before he did that, he had done another movie. That's how they knew each other.
Huh. Okay.
Because I think Chastain may have been one of the producers on George and Tammy. I can't remember. And she wanted to work with him again because they had done a genre piece together. So, and it's on my list to watch. It'll show up sometime, I'm sure.
All right.
Start the car. Johnny has